What's up, people of YouTube? Justin Tannenbaum here from YouTube channel MTS. This is the third time trying to make this video. So, long story short, a Power Mac G5, a complete, beautiful Power PC that Apple made during their Power PC era. There were obviously other ones like the G4 and there was a G3. I don't like the case design. This is the only one that I really like because it's such a beautiful idea that they had. Like, this computer is all case. You know, most computers are actually, it's really more this is more case than mechanical. Like more like I have my media server is all components. This is all case and it's so beautiful. Like, this thing is finally completely stripped, and it took me a long time to do, and it's been done for a while, but I haven't really showed it unless you guys follow me on Instagram, which I highly suggest you do because I post more updates on there than I do on YouTube now, like when I get a watch or something. So basically I got into this computer because the 8-Bit guy did a video, is it obsolete? From that point on, I was just in love with this computer. And then, ironically, 2 weeks later, my friend got a few of these in his office, and this one just didn't work. He gave it to me, tried to fix it, I couldn't do it. I tried to work on this computer for a year, and as a professional diagnostician, has been called the Dr. House of computers. My definitive conclusion is that it was a motherboard issue. And because I'm not that well in hardware as I am in software, I didn't feel like poking around with a multimeter to find traces that are either corroded, aren't making good contact or anything. So I stripped it and just got rid of the motherboard. I did keep every other component though. I got a box of the entire thing. Now, so what I'm doing with this is I'm going to do what the 8-Bit guy just did recently in his Think Different challenge, where he put a fucking we got nominated from the first guy who made it to put a Raspberry Pi in an Apple II. It's fucking genius. So I have a couple of these pies laying around, so I thought I'll do it too. So my bed's a fucking mess right now because I did a little shopping today to get most of the components that I needed for this. I'm trying to basically I'm doing exactly what he did. I'm putting a Pi in there. This already had a RetroPie in it because I was making a Raspberry Pi portable laptop with the same concept, but I never got around to finish it. I think most of the stuff I had for it is just somewhere in the depths of my room or gone at a flea market. So I'll show you guys some of what I'm trying to do, like the idea. I don't have a Dremel, which is going to change. I do have a soldering iron, hot glue gun, all that stuff. I took a lot of ideas from the 8-Bit guy, the way he mounted everything, because I know hot glue is not the ideal way, and I am not doing that. What I'm doing is I actually have a little bit of cardboard from when I made my antenna left over. And I'm just mapping everything out on here, and then I'm gonna go to like a thick piece of aluminum. I'm gonna block off most of the ports on here, and then just make my own cuts on what I need. So my first idea was I want to make use of the power supply that came from the G5. You know, the standard 3-prong power supply. My issue is there is no slack in these cables for me to work with. I mean, to have like a centimeter to work with, and you know, there's more slack in the wire down here, but it's just still not enough if I make a mistake and I go all the way down to the nib. So I can't use that. So what I also have is a power supply from a Dimension Series 3000, a Dell computer, and look at all these wires I have to work with, all this slack. So I think this is going to be the proprietary power supply I'm going to use for everything. The Pi, the USB hub I have, just everything, because it'll be easier. Plus I have the freaking CPUs, the original CPUs from the Power Mac G5. I took the processors. I have the processors, but what I really wanted are these incredible heat sinks that come. I broke this one, like I bent it and all the liquid came out. So I'm gonna use this as like an idea. I have a ton of these freaking heat sinks. Like these things are insane. What I have, like, will come with this thing, because these things are power hungry. The Power PCs, They heat up mad fast. So what I'm gonna use is obviously this. Like the Raspberry Pi does not produce that much heat, but I thought it would be a sin if I didn't use most of the original hardware for the Power Mac G5, because that's one of the things I love. Is just it's all fans. The majority of it is just fans. They're just trying to cool the damn thing down. Even the power supply's got 2 outer mounted fans. Like, this thing was insane, which is why I think the battery leaked on the motherboard. I replaced the battery. I don't know what I did with it, the new one I bought, but I think the battery leaked, or it just overheated and just burnt a part of the board. It's possible, because some of the fans weren't working when I got it, and I got them working, and I don't know. So what I'm also going to do is I have the original power button for the Power Mac G5, which I'm going to rewire, probably. I'm not good with the GPIO pins on a Pi, but I'm going to try. If not, I'm just going to make my own little setup for it. I'm also going to make a backup power with 9-volt batteries, question mark. But yeah, I bought a lot of shit for this. I've got the USB hub I bought here, and it's a powered one, which is and it's vertical, not horizontal, which is good because all the mounts in the back of the Power PC are vertical for the ports, which is great. And this, I already played around with this. This casing literally just snaps off, screw or two. It does come with a power supply, like a little power. I don't even know. It's just such a tiny little thing, but I'm definitely gonna break this off and wire it to the fucking power supply for that. Not that hard. It does work off USB power, but I have 4 plugged in at once, and it's got this cool double-sided tape I can just mount to the side of it, which I'm gonna do, but I'm also gonna make screw holes for it. I got this USB to SATA USB adapter, which will actually go into the Pi itself, because it's gonna be internal for this. Now, what I wanted to do, see, I thought that the original disk drive was SATA at first, but it's not. This is a floppy drive. Just had the disk drive. This isn't it. This is from the other. Here it is. Yeah, this is the Apple one. Here's proof. There's the freaking Apple right there. This is IDE, not SATA. So I'm gonna convert. I'm gonna make something that's gonna convert this to USB, and it would have, again, I'm gonna have to get another USB hub that's gonna be internal, because I'm already out of ports. So, yeah. But I did have I do have a SATA DVD drive here that I use as a backup for my media server in case that disk drive goes down. But the USB doesn't actually provide enough power to do anything. Like, it just powers on. It doesn't provide any type of data. So that's gonna be another thing. I'm gonna have to get like a USB-Y, one for power, one for data, if I'm going that route to keep the disk drive, because of the flap that this thing uses. So for now, what I'm going to do is, I have a ton of these SATA laptop drives, which has enough power to go to the Pi. So that's what this is going to be used for. I'm going to, the operating system will be only to the SD card. Then every ROM, which is going to be a ton of gigabytes, because I'm throwing PS2 emulators on this and everything, will be on the root of the hard drive. So here we go. There's the internal USB. And I got a ton of these. Not a ton. I got 3 or 4 of these micro USB wires from Dollar Tree, because I wasn't going to spend $5 a wire for that. Because the Raspberry Pi powers on micro USB. And I got 2 just in case I need to extend it or whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice right into it and go right into the PSU, the power supply. Then I got an aux cable, because I'm going to extend it with an aux splitter, because I have the hole for it. And then I also did get a USB sound card, just in case I need it. it has microphone and it has headphones, so why not? $10 on sale at Micro Center, why not? Plus I could probably use that to extend, because with the Pi you could use this for composite video too, but what I'm going to do is what the 8-Bit guy did. I liked his idea of getting an HDMI panel mount. I'm going to have to play around with where that's going to go. I'm not on a ton of fan. Most of this crap I'm going to sell. Like, I have 2 computers in this fucking box. Because the first idea was I was going to take the Dimension series that I took apart and put it in here. And I was going to upgrade the processor. It was going to be a whole thing. It never worked out. I was going to get it done before I went to Israel, but this seemed like a better idea. So far, everything's working with this thing. I did want to have several type of video output video output methods. I'm just gonna leave it as USB. I'm just gonna use the composite and audio jack is just for audio. In case I want to put in an external speaker or something like that. Like, I really don't think I need this USB sound device. I would have to get a USB extension for that too, which I do not have, because this thing is just... I haven't even opened this yet. Let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, that's the problem, because this thing is going to occupy it's going to probably block a USB port if I throw this in the Pi. So, yeah, definitely. It's blocking the bottom one if I put it down there. But I could put this in the hub if I really want to, in case I can't extend this. So I guess that is an idea. Also, I was thinking about getting a Wi-Fi adapter. Like, I have these Wi-Fi adapters for testing for my Pi projects, but it's all gonna just be for gaming. I'm not gonna need any type of network or anything. I was also thinking about cluster computing the Raspberry Pis together so they can use each other's resources, because these are just Pi 2 Model B, so they only have a gig of ARM RAM. But from what I'm going to be running, I only need a gigabyte of RAM. There's nothing else I'd really need to run. I'm not running anything crazy. I'm not running programs that are going to eat away at the RAM or anything. I mean, I know most of the bigger emulators, like the PlayStation emulator, will use a chunk of it, but that's mainly for just the splash face, like the loading, and like when you get into the actual gameplay, the RAM's actually kind of consistent. Like, it'll fucking go to like a stable percentage. And of course this is not going back in. God forbid anything works out. There we go. Kinda. Okay. So I'm just playing on with the build right now. I'm not going to be doing this for too much longer. I want to start wiring tomorrow because I'm giving myself a 2-week period to do this, because everything I start I never finish. I'm going to have to buy some more crap, which means more money, so that'll be fun. More screws I had to take out. I have a fucking bin of the G5. I have a fucking motherboard here in the Dimension series too. That still works. I'm just not going to use it. Again, I took all the processors out. What I could do, I'm going to use, like, if I don't use the heatsink, which I would be an issue if I don't, then I'm just going to get the really small ones, because I really want... If not, I'll just use Arctic Freeze. I have, like, the syringe right actually here. Because when my media server kept going down, they kept blocking out because the fan didn't work. That's supposed to cool it down, so I had to put Arctic Freeze on it. I fixed the fan. It still locks up, but it lasts a few more days. I have parts for it I need to fix, but I'm kind of just into this project right now. So, yeah, I'm going to be updating you guys on my Facebook page at JT Tech. There'll be a link in the description down below, actually. This is just a personal project I'm doing, like you guys see. But it's going to be fucking sick. I'm going to get USB controllers for each emulator I'll put on here, like an NES. The only USB controller I have right now is, ironically, a PS3 controller, which I don't even have a PS3. That's going to be fun. So, yeah, can't wait. And yeah, I have the Jewel and the Miley. I got the Jewel again. Only because when I went to Israel, they didn't freaking have... Oh, I still have oil in this? Oh, shit. That's not hitting well. And this oil's going bad. Can oil go bad if it just sits? Don't do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm thinking about doing the same thing that the 8-Bit guy was nominated for by doing my own hashtag Think Different challenge. I'll call it something else, obviously. I don't want to ride on that hashtag train. If I were to, though, I would definitely nominate Gigafied, the 8-Bit guy, or Kip K, one of those guys. So those are my long-term computer idols. There are a few others around. Mobile Phone 2003, the PC WizKid. There's a lot, but I would definitely nominate my man Daniel over at Tinkernut, because me and him communicate a lot. I've been a part of his channel before. He's a great guy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have anything to ask me or say, leave a comment down below. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, go ahead. If you hit the subscribe button to be informed when my next video comes out. And don't forget to like, guys, because that really helps me out. That shows me that you guys really enjoy the type of content I'm putting out. If you guys want to see more frequent updates, my Instagram is also down there. Till that point, YouTube, have a good night.